Saveara and her beloved Nellio Olgrim walked through the glistening halls of his manor. Saveara looked down at Neo. He remained silent and stoic. "Are you okay, Neo?" she asked. He stopped and sighed as he held his head in his hand. "I'm fine. Just stressed is all. So much is coming and you're leaving again by yourself." Saveara picked up Neo, her segmented tail wrapped around him like a snake, as she kissed the mystic on his lips. "Don't worry, my love. You know what I went through. You've seen how much as I can kick. Fornius could still be a threat. He can try, but he failed last time and made me a super soldier in the process." Saveara gently placed him back on the ground and began laughing. For a man so smart and old, he made such a stupid blunder. Neo's frown went to a smirk as he chuckled with her. "I should have more faith in you." "Of course, baby. Besides, you said yourself that you don't have enough resources to make your innovations. If we are going to beat the Dakin, your genius needs to be realized in metal, circuits, and fire. When I get back, you'll have what you need, and besides, I need a break from your mother and sister. They'll come around eventually. You only just came back after leaving with him. HMPH, Astria acts like I'm the only woman in your life to leave you for years. She should look in the mirror. Don't worry about her. You're one of us now, it'll get better." "I know, Neo." Neo nodded and pulled out his arcane diamond. This special grade spell drained 80% of the diamond's energy as he conjured teal magic in his hands. "Okay, it's time to go, let me get you there. The last time you tried to teleport, you took a 60-foot drop." Neo waved his hands, clapped them together, and his beloved vanished from the manor. The young Arely surged through the space between space, as everything around her was a void of magic and color. She waited silently in the void until she was forced out by the sequence of the spell. She exited the tear and felt a completely different environment. Immense sunlight hit her face. The marble floor was replaced by sand and cobblestone. The hustle and bustle of the town she was now in replaced the silence. A crowd of people stared at her as she just appeared to them in a flash of teal light. Saveara looked around at the people and saw tall male guards posted up near the buildings, but none of them approached her. "What is there, something on my face? Move on with your day," she said as everyone continued on. Through the streets, the immense desert sun and heat was getting to her through her black and scarlet wizard robes. She was used to the humidity of her Varney homeland and the temperate climate of the breeze lands, but not the blistering heat of the desert island. She constantly found herself using minor incantations to cool herself off. To her left in the town square, she saw a large board with a map of the town she learned was called Zepho, and decided to go to a tavern called the Gemstone near the southern wall. HMPH, let's see if the gemstone has loose lips, she thought to herself before she left the town. A human child ran and nudged into her. "Sorry, miss," he said as he tried to run. Saveara felt something leave her pocket as soon as he touched her. She knew this game all too well. Her tail shot from her lower back and grabbed the boy's left wrist, looking like a chain from her back. Eyes of the populace began to gravitate to the commotion. "Drop what you stole," she commanded. "Miss, please. I didn't steal anything." "Don't lie to me." She pulled him closer. Her crimson eyes gazed into his soul. "I'm not lying, please believe me. I get it, the heat can give us delusions, especially in your dark clothing, but I didn't take anything from you." The crowd became more dense as they began shaming Saveara. "Leave the boy alone," said one man. "Pick on someone your own size," a woman said. Saveara lifted her tail up. The boy was lifted in the air and items fell from his person. Some gemstones, copper and silver pieces, and a black spellbook adorned in bones and rubies. "Well, look at what we have here," she said, as she picked up the book and ignored the other items. "Let's see." She opened the book to read out, "Owner, Saveara. This is my spellbook." She held it out to the crowd and let go of the boy. He fell 5 feet into the sand. She leaped from the crowd, shocking them with her physicality. From the rooftop she ran until she saw the gemstone, and was impressed at the foliage and gems adorning the place. She jumped off the roof and landed on the front door, but stumbled a bit. "Damn, it's hot." The tavern was packed with patrons drinking alcohol. Their talking filled the bar with positivity in the town's fearful times. Saveara walked up to the counter and sat on a wooden stool, twirling her silky white hair, and checked her book for anything wrong. She frantically flipped through pages. "I swear if that kid ruined anything in this book, it's over for him," she mumbled. The barkeep, who was wiping a wooden mug, saw Saveara and was instantly put back by her deathly white complexion, her crimson eyes, and curved horns. He could tell she was part devil, and from her dark attire one of the children of venom. He placed the mug down and approached her as his heart pounded. The black spellbook in her hands told him she wielded dark magic that commanded the dead. "Can I help you? If you're not going to order something, you must leave." This establishment is for paying customers. Saveara looked up at him and closed her book. I need information. Do I need to pay for that? Yes. Would you like mountain ale, peak wine, axe master, or something else? What I want to order is... She reached in a pouch and pulled out 5 gold pieces and gently shoved it to the barkeep, a thick river of knowledge shaken with the axes of ox. The barkeep paused as he realized what she asked. That type of beverage is reserved for the stone knights and sages. Perhaps you would enjoy a glass of sunlight. Saveara chuckled and pulled out 15 gold pieces and placed it on top of the original 5. Money like that would make someone set for months. Am I a stone knight or a sage yet? He took the 20 gold pieces and placed it in his pocket. The orcs have already destroyed Grendel. It's a few hours to the west of town. They are rumored to be armed with some magic capabilities, but it's a sickly green and they smelt like death. Saveara remembered beings of this description and looked away in deep thought. Could this be a pair bond with the ancient parasites she learned of with Fornius? Thank you, that is all the information I require. She left the tavern and heard, "Stop." Rocks erupted from the ground and encased her lower body. In front of her were 2 stone knights clad in heavy stone armor, adorned in moss and divine sigils. Their large stone hammers hung from their shoulders. Their amulets bearing Taurus's sigil hung from their necks. The taller one spoke up. "We found the mugger." "Mugging a child? What is wrong with her?" asked the other. "I didn't mug anyone." "Really, then why do we have people saying you did?" asked the taller one. "You do things based on what people say rather than evidence. We have numerous statements from about 50 people that you mugged a child. So again, you listen to what people say rather than evidence. Don't you have more important things to do than harass huntresses? Can't you knights force truth from people? It's only a 3rd grade spell. I know you have it. I know you didn't cast the spell because you're here accusing me of mugging." "Look," the knight said, but was interrupted by Saveara, who broke free from the stone, bewildering them both. "No, you look." She walked up to the knight and stared up at him. "A real paladin operates on truth, not rumors, because that's all statements are. Maybe get the actual truth instead of pissing me off." Saveara walked past the knight, but stone erupted from the sand and held her by her arms, legs, and torso. "You are being detained until we figure this out," said the second stone knight. Saveara had enough. She snapped the stone shell into rocks, stunning the paladins as she rubbed dust off her body. "I haven't committed any crimes. Keep testing me and we'll see if you can arrest me for violent crime." They remained silent as she walked off into the street. As the adrenaline of rage wore off, she felt the effects of the extreme heat and the backlash from prolonged anger as she held her forehead, leaned on a sandstone house and puked on the sand. "Fuck, I hate paladins, so fucking much," she mumbled, as she kept going until she left the gate. The guards wouldn't dare make eye contact. As she left Zepho, she leaned on the sandstone wall and pulled out a magic bottle. With a pluck to the glass, the clear bottle conjured cold water that she quickly gulped down. She wiped the water from her mouth and took a deep breath, while cooling herself down with a minor incantation. "Finally I can see normally. You're lucky I love you, Nellio Olgrim," she mumbled, as she ran through the sand at high speed. As she ran through the sands like a cheetah surging through the savannah, a cloud of pale blue ethereal mist erupted in front of her. From the mist came a demon with pale skin, small vestigial wings on his back, horns and spikes protruding from his head and body. Jewel chains hung from his neck, rings on his long spindly fingers. He hovered above her as mist flowed from his lower body. Well, he was interrupted by Saveara's long tail surging at him and her stinger pressed against his throat. First stone knights, now demons. The demon held his hands on her tail. "It's not my intention to battle Cromwell." Saveara was shocked at the demon knowing her name and retracted her tail. "How do you know my last name?" The demon rubbed his neck as the small cut regenerated. "My name is Gilmath, the demon merchant. I have done a lot of trade with the Varni for a very long time. I know of your family. I'm sorry for your loss." Saveara crossed her arms, her fingers rapidly tapping her bicep. "You don't talk about that. Why are you here?" "It's just to piss me off. I wouldn't dare anger a huntress of your caliber. I'm here to simply trade like I usually do." "You're after the ox, correct?" "I simply need their souls and I can help you, give you something good for your efforts." Saveara pondered the proposal as she pulled out an amulet in her pocket, a piece of black arnimite, stolen from her previous master, capable of containing souls. "Tell me, Gilmath, how many souls do you want and what can I hope to attain by feeding you souls?" "I'll let the deal be known now. 500 souls in exchange for this." From his hands he conjured a black gemstone radiating black and bearing a grim hum, an umbral gnosis, a means of containing way more energy than your second-grade arcane capacitor, and it has the added bonus of augmenting dark magic. Your sensorium, your black animancy will be so much greater. He giggled at the thought while his fingers clicked together like dominoes. However, if you can give me more than 500, we can negotiate further rewards. HMPH. Saveara considered the demon merchant's proposal as she looked at her current arcane capacitor. She glared at the gem bemoaning its capacity, only enough for second-grade spellcraft, nowhere near what she was doing when she was with her former master. 500 souls is certainly not impossible. Can you get me something that will make me invisible? I swear to Scorpio, the next one to try to impede me will meet my side with their throat. Depends on how many souls you can procure. Okay, Gilmath. I'll give you as many souls as I can and we'll talk when I get them. I know you will have enough for us to have a great trade. Now I have to go. If the enforcers of this land find me, the souls won't matter. Saveara nodded as Gilmath descended into a cloud of pale blue vapor as it vanished. HMPH, so what will I ask him for? She checked her burial blades for sharpness, the ether orbs for extra damage, the shotgun barrel and magazine. I gotta be ready. She continued to run through the sand.